All warfare is based on deception. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Know thyself, know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. He will win who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Thus, the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Pretend inferiority and encourage his arrogance. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. Do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. If you ignore both your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Be extremely subtle. even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby, you can be the director of the opponent's fate. Rouse him and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself so as to find out his vulnerable spots. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. If you are far from the enemy, make him believe you are near. The wise warrior avoids the battle. The skillful leader subdues the enemy's troops without any fighting. He captures their cities without laying siege to them. He overthrows their kingdom without lengthy operations in the field. A leader leads by example, not by force. He will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks. When strong, avoid them. If morale is high, depress them. Seems humble to fill them with conceit. If at ease, exhaust them. If united, separate them. Attack their weaknesses. Emerge to their surprise. Great results can be achieved with small forces. We cannot enter into alliances until we are acquainted with the designs of our neighbors. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This will diminish his enthusiasm. If there is disturbance in the camp, the general's authority is weak. Swift as the wind, quiet as the forest. Conquer like the fire, steady as the mountain. The quality of decision is like the well-timed swoop of a falcon, which enables it to strike and destroy its victim. You have to believe in yourself. The opportunity to secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. If the enemy leaves a door open, you must rush in. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. Bravery without forethought causes a man to fight blindly and desperately like a mad bull. Such an opponent must not be encountered with brute force, but may be lured into an ambush and slain. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Do not press an enemy at bay. The principle on which to manage an army is to set up one standard of courage which all must reach. Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look on them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you even unto death. He who relies solely on warlike measures shall be exterminated. He who relies solely on peaceful measures shall perish. Those who win every battle are not really skillful. Those who render others' armies helpless without fighting are the best of all. He who exercises no forethought but makes light of his opponents is sure to be captured by them. An enemy may be enraged and act rashly. To see victory only when it is within the ken of the common herd is not the acme of excellence. He will win who has military capacity and is not interfered with by the sovereign. If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight, even though the ruler forbids it. If fighting will not result in victory, then you must not fight even at the ruler's bidding. Hence, that general is skillful in attack whose opponent does not know what to defend, and he is skillful in defense whose opponent does not know what to attack. When envoys are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. A military operation involves deception. Even though you are competent, you appear to be incompetent. Though effective, they appear to be ineffective. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. So, in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. If we do not wish to fight, we can prevent the enemy from engaging us even though the lines of our encampment are merely traced out on the ground. There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hours than can ever be seen. There are not more than 5 cardinal tastes, yet combinations of them yield more flavors than can ever be tasted. If his forces are united, separate them. Attack him where he is unprepared. Appear where you are not expected. These military devices leading to victory must not be divulged beforehand. The clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy and does not require too much from individuals, hence his ability to pick out the right men and utilize combined energy. He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. By reinforcing every part, he weakens every part. You can be sure of succeeding in your attacks if you only attack places which are undefended. O divine art of subtlety and secrecy! Through you we learn to be invisible, through you inaudible, and hence we can hold the enemy's fate in our hands. Amid the turmoil and tumult of battle, there may be seeking disorder and yet no real disorder at all. Amid confusion and chaos, your array may be without head or tail, yet it will be proof against defeat. Thus, those skilled in war subdue the enemy's army without battle. They conquer by strategy. A wise general makes a point of foraging on the enemy. 1 cartload of the enemy's provisions is equivalent to 20 of one's own. Wheels of justice grind slow, but grind fine. In war, numbers alone confer no advantage. Do not advance relying on sheer military power. If you are strong, feign weakness. If you are weak, pretend to be strong. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. If there is a way to victory, then do not lose a single opportunity to seize it. Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. Thus, what is of supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. Move not unless you see an advantage. Use not your troops unless there is something to be gained. Fight not unless the position is critical. It is more important to outthink your enemy than to outfight him. When the outlook is bright, bring it before their eyes, but tell them nothing when the situation is gloomy. If the enemy is taking his ease, give him no rest.